I'm trying to think of when the first time was that I actually thought in my mind that I wanted to have a yoga studio in Noosa. And I can't quite remember when that exact time was, but I always had this vision, and it was actually upstairs. It was quite elevated, unlike my studio in Bedina, which is ground floor. But whenever I thought of another yoga studio, I knew it was in Noosa, and I knew it was very light filled, and I knew it was elevated, so it was like maybe on a first floor. Anyway, so that's all I had, okay? Just in the back of my mind, ticking away with the idea of it being a 5-year plan. And I have written down in the past that I want to open a studio in Noosa in 5 years' time. 6 months ago, I was at a networking breakfast that I run at my studio, and one of my clients, Queen Naveen, if she's watching, I'm sure she is, who does a lot of healing, Reiki and energy work with myself and my team actually, but we weren't actually in a session. We were literally just networking and having our breakfast, and she turned around and she said to me, "Lauren, do you have plans to open a studio in Noosa?" And I was kind of shocked because I didn't know, wasn't even talking about it, just so you know. And I said to her, "Yes, but in 5 years' time." And she said to me, no, it's happening sooner than you think. So of course my mind went straight into, I can't do it, limiting beliefs. I can't, I'm a single mom, I don't have any money, I don't have a team, I don't even have enough time to run the one studio that I've got. How am I going to have a second yoga studio? Plus an online yoga studio, because you know that because you're watching this. So I sat with it for probably a week or so, and I meditated on it a lot, and I just kept seeing this vision, and I thought I need to do something about this vision. It's kind of like opening the floodgates, if you like, or some people refer to it as the rabbit warren. So it was time for me now to venture out of my little home in Bedina and chase down whatever little warren it is. So I went on to commercial real estate website. I looked up some places in Noosa, Noosaville, Sunshine and Noosa Junction, called up agents and just booked myself out for a day or two. Went up, I'd walk into places and literally be like, yeah, no. Walk in, walk out, walk in, walk out. I think I probably offended a couple of the Noosa commercial estate agents because I was that quick. I just walk in and just didn't feel it. So I just walked straight out, and I still had this vision of how I wanted it to be, but I didn't really believe and trust wholeheartedly in that vision that I could actually have that. I remember on one of the trips on my way up to Noosa, I drove past this particular site and I looked upstairs and I said to myself, it'd be awesome to have a studio upstairs somewhere like there. But that's all. I didn't follow through. I didn't even know what the business was downstairs. I didn't actually give it another thought. A couple of weeks later, this lovely agent, Jenny, who'd been showing me through spaces for some time now, a few weeks' time, she rang me and said, "Lauren, I think I found this space. You need to come up and see it." So I hopped in my car that day, drove up, and where did I drive to? The place that I had driven past thinking, oh, that'd make a great yoga studio up there. So it's kind of like as soon as I saw it, it's like I knew it was going to happen. I had goosebumps and all the giddy feelings that we get when we know that we're in flow and things are working for us. I drove into the car park, parked my car. Would you believe I had my 4-year-old in the car with me and my intern? So I said to my intern, "You're going to have to stay in the car with the 4-year-old. She'd fallen asleep, so keep the engine on with the cooling on so I can just quickly run upstairs, see if I like it or not. Probably not wanting to get my hopes up, and I'll be back downstairs and we'll head back down home." Well, left the intern in the car with the 4-year-old, ran up the stairs, and as soon as I set foot in the place, I looked around. All I saw was beautiful flooring, floor to ceiling windows, white walls. If anyone knows me knows I really have a thing with white walls. Windows with green and natural light coming in. You can't see any road at all, even though it's on fairly main road. It's just been so beautifully architecturally designed by Ralph Rogers and his team at Acres, which is in Noosaville. And there were a couple of agents there with me at the time, and I was trying to not show how excited I was and trying to be all very businesslike. And when they asked me what my thoughts were, I sort of did the whole, oh look, it's reasonable. I'm not sure about the stairs, and I'll have to crunch some figures, and I really don't know. I haven't seen a lot of places yet, and I tried to sort of play it off the whole maybe not. But honestly, inside I had that burn, and I just knew this was it. This was it. This is what I have been manifesting, and here I am with this amazing opportunity to make an offer. So I went home, I sat with spirit and guides, and I went, what is a reasonable offer to make on this place? And that is when I thought of a figure. I wrote to the agent and they said yes. 6 months later, yes, the universe has been testing me. For someone who likes to control the timing of events and pretty much everything in my life, universe had a greater plan. We've had to go through a long, lengthy process with the Noosa Council in regards to class times, trafficking, car parking. Ralph Rogers has been amazing. Most people at council know him, and last week was the very last meeting, and all 6 councillors that were sitting and deciding, all of them said yes. So I'm very excited to share that as of last week, we are now going to be opening a second yoga studio on the Sunshine Coast in Noosaville, to be precise. It's on Gibson Road, number 37. It's called Acres. It's a lifestyle complex. Downstairs there's a cafe, a homeware store, float tank so you can float before or after class, and there's a nursery outside. It's beautiful and tranquil. There's water features, and then you go upstairs and you arrive at the only space that we're going to occupy the whole first floor is Zenko Yoga Noosa. It's about 110 square meters. Bose sound system is already inbuilt. We will be recording from there, so there will be some classes that are getting recorded. We'll be inviting international people to come and speak, and I'm just so excited to share the space with people and to help you to continue to practice, whether you're driving up from Bedina, whether you're up for a surf in Noosa, or shopping or lunching, whatever you might be doing. You might be in Melbourne, Sydney, wherever you are, nationally, internationally, you can now fly. That's an airplane overhead. You'll get that flight to Maroochydore Airport, and it's about 20 minutes or so north from the airport to Noosa, where you can come and enjoy some yoga with us. So I'm so excited. That is my story. Please, if you have something that you're working towards, a vision of some kind, and it keeps bugging you and coming up, because that's what happened to me through this lengthy process when my landlord, Ralph, just kept saying to me, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I just kept saying, it's okay. I believe in divine timing. If this is meant to be, it will be. And I'm so excited to finally be able to announce to you, because I have been keeping this a secret for too long. So here I am letting you know that we are launching another studio. Thank goodness for yoga, for the power of manifestation and visualization. You too can have anything it is that you want. Whatever your heart desires, go out, create it, start small, think big. Namaste.